Coach, thank you for joining us on the call this morning. If you would take a minute to tie up the game at Houston, and then your plans for the open week as you get ready for Cincinnati in 2 weeks, please.
Yeah, well, thank you. Appreciate it. I thought offensively we played really well. We might be, from an offensive line standpoint, I really thought we played extremely well, considering what they did and what they've done defensive front wise. We were just our inability to get the ball in the end zone was obviously a big deterrent of the outcome of the game there at the end. We had our opportunities, had the ball inside the red zone 3 times late in the fourth quarter and came away with no points, 2 interceptions and a turnover on downs. That was obviously a killer. We were not very efficient on third down. Offensively, we were 5 of 12. Defensively, I thought we were I didn't think we tackled very well. We've got to get better. I did not Houston had not shown to run the ball as effective as they did, and in the past games that they've played, I just really did not think we played very well. A lot of that had to do with Houston, and they played well. They had definitely made some plays in the run game. Catalan was obviously a guy that had a big night running the football against us. They ran for 252 yards on us, and that was tough. They were very efficient on third down. They were 8 of 12, and more importantly, 6 of 7 in the first half, and that was a killer as well. But I said coming into that game, we couldn't leave points on the field. We missed a extra point, and we missed a field goal right at the end of the halftime, right before half, and it would have put the game 21-15 and given us some momentum. And we just never could get into a rhythm as far as getting the momentum on our side. We take the opening drive down and score, kick a field goal, and they drive down and score a touchdown, and we get the ball back, and we drive down and score a touchdown and miss an extra point. And it was kind of that was the way it was. Any chance we had to grab the momentum for any extended period of time was quickly went away. From cutting the game in the third quarter to a one-possession game, 21-19, and we kick off to them, and we miss-hit a kick, and they get a 36-yard return, and 2 plays later they go score. So that was kind of the tail of it, and but it was two good football teams. There's no doubt that we've got a good football team. We got to continue to get better. We got to cut down on the big plays, and from a defensive standpoint, we got to tackle better. But overall, this football team is 4-2, 1-1 in conference play, and we still got a lot of great things ahead of us. We got a chance this open week to self-reflect and get better. This is our SMU Get Better week, and we're not going to take any time off. It's more of how we structure ourselves this week and getting better. But again, after watching the film, it kind of just verified what I thought on the field. We, in games like that, you have to make plays. You got to create turnovers, and to be honest with you, we didn't deserve to win the game. And you get what you deserve, and we didn't deserve it. We missed too many tackles, and we were too inefficient in the red zone, and that's been unlike us. We've been one of the top red zone offenses in the country, and to get down there 6 times was and only come up with 2 touchdowns was pretty tough. So got to score touchdowns in ball games like that, especially when you're trying to trade touchdown for touchdown. So with that, that's kind of where we are. Our guys will be back in today, and we'll respond well, and this will be a great learning opportunity for us this week.
Great questions for Coach Chad Morris, please. *1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
We'll go next to Adam Grossbart from the Dallas Morning News.
Hey, Chad. What inspiration can your team take from last year where you lost to Tulsa in a close one before the bye week and came back and beat Houston?
Well, Adam, and that's something that we'll talk about extensively today. Matter of fact, is that I thought that was a turning point for us last year. It was a heartbreaking loss to Tulsa in regulation, or where we felt like we should have won it in regulation. Go into an open week, and self-reflect, get better, use that opportunity to get ourselves ready for a stretch run, and we played our best football after that. We for obviously the win over Houston, and we had to go to Tulane and to East Carolina to get wins, and it helped us out, and that's going to be our message, is that look, we took that as an opportunity. We just can't let the loss last Saturday beat you twice, and that's the big message as well.
And do you have an update on Rodney Clemens' ankle injury, like how severe it was or anything like that?
You know what? I know that he came in for treatment, and I anticipate he'll be back playing.
Thanks, Chad.
Uh-huh.
We'll go next to Billy Embuddy from 24/7 Sports.
Hey, Coach. Just was wondering, have you guys seen anything from the tape yet that kind of told the tale of the red zone struggles against Houston?
Yeah, we have, and one of the big things, obviously, especially late in the game, and when you're in a 2-minute situation, I think you saw it last night and yesterday with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you take what they give you, and it was, I thought Ben played his tail off for the majority of the game, and we had 2 opportunities there in the red zone that really just stick out, and when you have guys open underneath, you got your check downs, just take what they give you. It's about moving the football, moving the chains, and that time's going to come, but when you get a chance to take a shot in the end zone. But I thought we tried to force a couple balls, and the one that he was high on the one to Ryan Becker that they threw the flag and waved off for targeting, and in the very next one, he sailed another one high, and it got picked off. And so, as opposed to just taking the check down right there on that second down call, and because we had a couple guys open underneath. I think that's part of it, and just a kid trying to make a play. He had battled his tail off all game long, and for the most part, we protected well for him. But he'll respond, and he'll grow from this and learn from it as well.
And then at halftime, what adjustments did you guys make defensively to try and counteract what they were doing with the ground game and all of that?
Yeah, the biggest thing was we're in position. You got to make tackles. You have to make a tackle in space, and I thought we missed entirely too many tackles. We missed 8 tackles on the back end in our safeties, and our safeties are so much a part of our run fits. And you just, once you got the momentum back, we open the drive of the second half, we pick a pass off, and we're unable to do anything with it offensively. And so you never could work together. There wasn't any flow that allowed you to capitalize. I think there was one opportunity there that they punted to us, and we went down and scored. And then all of a sudden you traded two. They went on a touchdown, and then we got the ball right back, and we kicked a field goal, and then they went on a touchdown again. You can't trade touchdowns for field goals in games like that. You got to score points. But still, with all that being said, I mean, you're right there with it. If we make our field goal and we make an extra point, it's a 1-possession game. We got the ball 3 times inside the red zone in the fourth quarter, and I mean that's football, and you got to give those guys credit, but also you can't leave points out on the field.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll go next to Joseph Duarte with the Houston Chronicle.
Good morning, Chad.
Good morning.
I was wondering, last week before the game, you had mentioned in your press conference in Dallas about Ed Oliver. You thought he was possibly one of the top 2 defensive players in the country. I was wondering, since you wasn't sure if he was going to play, the fact that he did play, did that show you anything about a guy like that who will, risk knee and limb to play, and just kind of, even though he wasn't at full strength, what he can help on that defense?
Well, I felt like he was going to play. I knew that's just the competitor that he is a guy that's, you turn the film on and you see that it doesn't take long that this guy is as good as they are. And I've seen a lot of players across the country, and he's every bit as good as anybody I've been around. And he just brings so much to the team, whether he's 100% or not 100%, his leadership and his style brings so much to that defense. And but he looked pretty good to me the other night. I mean, when we throw a screen pass out to Cortland Sutton and he runs it down from behind, he looked like he was moving pretty good. So just a competitor that he is.
Thank you, Chad.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. Look forward to hearing from you again next Monday.
All right, thank you.